Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from the Crypto Basic. Crypto founder said he stopped looking at the XRP chart long ago, and it's black swan capitalist. So the candles mean nothing without context, he says. I follow where the money is moving. I watch who is adopting what they are adopting, and which systems are being rebuilt behind the curtain. That is where the real signal is. You know, for me, it's not about the charts, but I look at the charts with all of you in videos every single day. I give you an idea on where XRP could possibly go from where it's sitting right now. But to be honest with all of you, nobody could call this market 100%. You know, in previous cycles, people you tend to get things right from time to time. Honestly, Dark Defender is one of the only people during this cycle that has been even close to right from time to time. And he's expecting a major breakout to happen. But for me, it's more about what's building in the background as well. And that's why I talk about that on this channel, because I'm trying to show you how everything that we've been waiting for to happen for years is finally happening in real time. That's why the price of XRP does not matter today. It's more about where is XRP going to be a couple of months from now, a couple of weeks from now. We all know a breakout is happening, but where do we go from there? What's building out in the background is going to determine where we go from here. XRP's price on the verge of another crash, but there's still hope. Everybody's calling for this major crash all the way back down to 50 cents. I'm just not seeing it. Honestly, I think $1.98 was support there for a while. Now I think the support line is just above $2, and it's going to continue to go higher and higher. That support zone is not going to be as cheap as people think. Can we hit those prices? Most likely, if something major was to happen in crypto. Do I see it happening, though? Most likely, it's not going to happen. I don't see us going back down to 50 cents. Will XRP hit $5 in 2026? AI model predicts $4.40, but analyst targets are higher. They're kicking the can into next year. Like I said in that previous video, why is everybody looking at 2026? We didn't even finish 2025 yet. Here's another one, the Motley Fool. Can XRP bounce back in 2026? And I'm telling you, the Motley Fool absolutely hates XRP. They just spew FUD on this cryptocurrencies. And they always talk about the only way things are going to get bullish for XRP is if they get bullish for Bitcoin. I cannot wait for that time to end where we're still following Bitcoin. Utility is going to break a lot of these cryptocurrencies away from Bitcoin. But we could still have a big December. Nobody knows what's going to happen throughout the rest of the month. All of a sudden, crypto could do a full 180 and we're blasting off above 2 digits for XRP before the end of this month. We got to see where we go from here. G Treasury says, we're officially part of Ripple. For over 40 years, we've helped Treasury teams manage complexity and optimize liquidity. Now we're bringing the same approach to the digital asset era by giving our customers the option to access real-time settlement and institutional-grade infrastructure through the platform they trust. The future of corporate treasury has no friction, no boundaries. We're so excited for what's ahead. So it looks like that G Treasury acquisition is now final. Then this happened. 250 million XRP transferred from Ripple to unknown wallet. And everybody said this is going to over-the-counter desk at G Treasury. but nobody knows for sure if that's where that XRP went. I look at it like this: with the inflows coming into the ETFs, again, no matter how much XRP Ripple is putting out there, it's going to get swallowed up very quick, and it's going to leave circulation, getting locked away in custody, cold storage, and so on. These ETF issuers are still seeing big days for inflows. So even with Ripple locking away 700 million tokens and leaving 300 million out there, that 300 million is going to disappear over the course of just a couple of days. And that's going to continue to happen month over month. So we are still on the path to scarcity, is what I'm saying. Bitnomial and CFTC, Carolyn D. Pham, featured on Fox Business. First U.S. exchange with full CFTC regulation for physically delivered crypto spot trading. Newly launched Botanical perpetual futures platform backed by $25 million, Series A led by Ripple. Take a listen to this.
Hi, good morning, Maria. Of course, right now, as we all know, you can buy and sell crypto online already, but this is the first time, like you said, a spot trading platform is getting the full backing of the federal government. So why does this even matter to investors that the CFTC is backing this new Bitnomial platform? These other platforms are legally operating, but here's the catch, Maria. They're often called the Wild West. Basically, it's buyer beware. We've seen this with the collapse of FTX and customers eventually losing out on huge profits they would have had their money stayed safe in the market. They would have had it. Now with this Bitnomial platform, there are stricter standards for transparency, security, and consumer protection to prevent an FTX-style collapse. We spoke exclusively with acting CFTC Chairman Caroline Pham ahead of this new platform going live.
Not only do we want Americans to come back home and to be trading here where they know that they have the protections that they deserve, but again, that means that American companies that are involved in the crypto industry, they're going to want to build here, they're going to want to invest here, they're going to want to hire here. So this is overall a net benefit to the economy.
And Bitnomial tells us ahead of their announcement, the actual launch of the platform is set for next week. Maria?
So that goes live next week. And what's big about this is it's backed by the U.S. government. So what's going to happen with the exchanges going forward? I think we're going to see banks become exchanges for crypto in the future as well. You know, the wild, wild west days are coming to an end, whether people like it or not. And Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who will be joining Bitnomial's board, commented on the investment. Ripple is proud to lead this investment round, supporting a company at the forefront of reshaping the future of regulated derivatives market. Bitnomial's approach to bringing offshore trading models into the U.S. derivatives industry presents a significant market opportunity as they establish a compliant derivatives market for digital assets such as XRP, alongside their planned use of RLUSD for settlement. Bitnomial is setting a new standard for the industry. So Brad is also going to be sitting on their board as well. This is going to give another boost to XRP and RLUSD as well. This comes from Smoke. Wisdom Tree report reveals XRP is the only cryptocurrency with sustained institutional inflows across all regions. A new report from Wisdom Tree confirms XRP is the only major cryptocurrency that institutions continue to buy across every region and product type, even during a month when most other assets saw heavy selling. In Europe, XRP brought in $549 million of new money this year. That is more than Ethereum, more than Solana, and more than every other single coin or basket product except Bitcoin. And it brought in almost half of what Bitcoin brought in. You got to remember, Bitcoin got first mover advantage in a lot of areas. And the fact that they're buying worldwide, buying XRP outside the United States as well at this rate, it's just going to be more and more momentum from here. And we're also witnessing a lot of outflows now on Bitcoin. Where is that money going? Most likely it's institutions positioning themselves beyond Bitcoin, beyond Ethereum, some most likely in Solana. But we already see the demand for XRP. Those ETFs tell us all we need to know. XRP ETFs just hit $1 billion AUM, a major moment in XRP's journey. Wow, it's been a long day. So we already see they crossed the $1 billion mark. Like I said, it was going to happen this week. And now we're going to start looking towards the next billion. But imagine this, month over month, people are saying that the momentum is going to continue to grow with other ETFs going live as well. So if the momentum continues, we're still on that path to scarcity. Even with Ripple giving more XRP, selling more XRP to over-the-counter desk, this is still going to disappear very quick at this rate, and this doesn't seem to slow down at all. And this comes from Future XRP, and I think a lot of you are gonna agree with this, because I even agree with this. I'm going to be honest. I'm tired of institutions being able to load up on XRP through over-the-counter desk and private liquidity channels. I'm tired of the fact that we have no transparency into how those desks get supplied or how much early access big players get. I'm tired of retail having to buy at whatever the market shows while institutions get slippage-free block trades. I'm tired of feeling like the price is being held down while the real utility is still ahead of us. I'm tired of longs and shorts being liquidated just because market makers can. I'm tired of waiting for the moment we all know is coming, when XRP finally reflects what it was built to do. But, and this is a big but, when you're holding the asset designed to move trillions and eventually quadrillions across a global financial system that's being rebuilt in real time, you wake up every day knowing this. The opportunity hasn't passed you by. It's just unfolding slower than we want. But it is unfolding, and it will be worth the wait. I totally agree with this post 100%. Think about it. If we could buy at cheaper prices, imagine the bags we could build by buying over the counter, because they're getting XRP at discounted prices. And if retail could get that, everybody would be way more positioned than where they are right now. Let's put it that way. But I look at it like this. We beat the institutions to XRP. For the first time ever in history, we beat the institutions to something like this. And in my opinion, that is massive. And even if you're buying today, you're still buying before the real money gets here. So whatever you buy today, you could 10x that easily in the short term. Longer term, it will most likely 100x, 1000x, who really knows? Because when XRP finally does start to move all the money, the price is going to be astronomical. People say 4 digits, other people say 5 digits. I see people now saying XRP is a 6-digit asset. Could you imagine if XRP went to $100,000? But here's what I'm waiting on. This is what I think the biggest catalyst is going to be. Ripple taking business away from Swift. That's a big catalyst. Ripple capturing the derivatives market. Massive catalyst. Ripple capturing both some of Swift's business and the derivatives market, and at the same time we are seeing scarcity. That is the biggest event you could ever hope for to happen, because that is what would get you to most likely 6 digits, because everybody out there would be buying this cryptocurrency. Even as people are selling, it would disappear instantly. And that's the only logical way I see XRP hitting those price points. Now, $1,000, that's definitely achievable. Even $10,000, in my opinion, is achievable with the rise of the new financial system. But when people start talking about 6 digits, that's the only path I see to 6 digits. But all three of those things would have to happen at the same time. And the chances of that are very slim. However, the direction we're already going in, it's becoming less slim. Let's just put it that way. If I had to put a percentage on it, right now, 5-10%. If things keep going in the direction they're going in, we'll start to see 50%, maybe even 60-70% of that happening. IMF decides that XRP becomes an ESDR. All of a sudden, like an overnight event, we're looking at 4 digits. And then you would start to look at scarcity and an ESDR at the same time. That could get prices going as well. I'm just speaking hypothetically. But I'm looking at things that are playing out right now, and it's bigger than what people think. And even with clarity and the banks jumping on board, that's going to be huge as well. No matter how you look at it, though, in the end, we'll be cashing in our lottery tickets. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.